Hello guys, and welcome back to Power and Revolution 2020 edition with our Israeli playthrough here. In the last episode, we finally got a stranglehold, not completely, but basically they're now dependent on the state, on our associations, which should hopefully stop them from being as troublesome as they have been being. We've been slowly but surely trying to increase our popularity without breaking the bank. We've been watching the fighting happening between Afghanistan and China. It's been pretty deadly, at least for Afghanistan, losing almost as much as they've lost to the Mujahideen since the start of this playthrough in just a short period of time, with China losing about 13,000 of its own men as well. But look at this. 13,000, if this was all infantry, even then it would be nothing, because they have over 2 million, because they have a large ass conscription in their country. Whereas Afghanistan has lost so many units that at this rate, in another week or two, they will have lost the same amount as they have right now. They cannot keep this up. I feel like the war will end early for stupid AI reasons, or Afghanistan will definitely end up falling to China. In other news, the cyber attack on our country apparently was committed by a Canadian criminal organization? Don't know what the hell that is. But the cyber attack is done. This also happened last episode. We lost about 70 million in losses. I believe that's on our GDP though, not our treasury. Because the point of the cyber attack is to hurt the economy. It still shows that it's active, even though it shouldn't be. We did, I believe at the end of that last episode, we have nationalized diabetes and fast food sectors. We've been trying to get the diabetes vaccine sector running if we can. Fast food we just nationalized, so, oh, that's a lot of money. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not going to do that quite yet. I mean, I could. You know what? Ooh, that's tough. All right, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to get it going. It's not as expensive as coal. Coal was in the billions. Adjusted total workforce for coal. Yeah, 3.5 billion. That is way too retarded for me. Wow, that literally took one day and the fast food sector's running again. The diabetes vaccine is still stagnant though. That's really, really weird. Thank God it's cheap. Otherwise, this would be a bitch and a half to actually test. So let's denationalize here the fast food sector now that it's up and running. As for diabetes vaccine, what do you want me to do here? Should I just up this to 100? Like, it's not that expensive. I can do it. If that doesn't get it running, I don't know what will. What happened? Yeah, our agents keep dying repeatedly while trying to infiltrate the Russian mafia, but, I mean, all I can do is keep trying while they keep growing. Eventually, we will want to hire more agents. We will want to increase their training. For now, we just keep doing as we do. I mean, I could do it now. I do have the money. I do have at least some money. How expensive is it? Ooh, just... Alright, well, let's do... Damn. Let's do just 1 and 1 to each of these. That's another 170. We gained an ever so slight boost of anti-terrorism for boosting the fighting against terrorism budget priority, basically. I don't know if we have enough agents for our territory. I know our amount of agents is insignificant compared to many other countries, so we will have to increase it eventually. I think the training here is the most important thing to go for first. That's what I think, anyway. I am going to go into energy, and I'm going to set to construct another solar plant, which is my cheapest, I believe, way of producing energy that I have. We cannot fit any others into here, but we can start heading north, where we should hopefully have some space. I can't fit anything into here because of the gas well. It just won't allow it. The first available place seems to be, yeah, right here. And this should also be marked good. Okay, so let's place that down. We have 4 of them being made now. The next one should finish... Which one is it? It's this one. Very, very soon, actually. I just noticed because of certain changes in industry and in the types of cars that are being used, we can see the national consumption is going up. We don't have a surplus anymore. I need to keep increasing that. Now, I got a negative bonus to public finances because of something I've done, and maybe it was actually placing down that, it could have been placing down that solar plant, because And that's 1.5 bill over 5 years, and it might be taking that into account, which, I mean, I'm sorry, but I had to do something. I am going to finish maxing out monitoring food safety just to ensure that my people are healthy and safe and get my popularity up a little bit more. I think that should help the undernourished population, if I had to guess. I might be wrong. Apparently, something happened here that really changed. This is January? No, that's June, July. Something happened here that really changed this situation. I don't know if it was me increasing this. I don't think it was that many months ago. I'm not sure. But I think this should help the undernourished stuff. Yeah, I don't really know. We got a pretty happy health bonus from that. Sad face on some public finances because I'm just spending so much. And they don't like when you spend a certain amount compared to your already present budget. So, But at least we got that up and we did get a bonus from it. So China's made some pretty bold claims in the paper, claiming that their declaration to victory is imminent. And of course I get interrupted by a quick save, but as I just saw here, they haven't taken any cities yet from Afghanistan. However, apparently they bum rushed towards the capital almost in a shock and awe manner, except for that they didn't go for the capital itself. They captured Kabul here, the military base, not the city. So they showed up and actually took this over. So they actually have military forces right outside the capital, and they may decide to try to take Afghanistan over just by bum rushing enough troops into the capital city to just take over the bunker, I guess. They might actually shock and awe, which is funny enough is something that I relied on very heavily when I played as China, because it's a very common US military tactic, and some little shitheads in my comment were calling me cheesy for doing it. So I'm just here like the whole Iraq war was just cheesy then? The way the US did it, that was cheesy? You're calling a real life war tactic cheesy? But it looks like the China AI is pulling the same fucking tactic. Ooh, I just heard some fighting. I didn't really see it, but I heard it. Oh. China is also now moving on Asabadad. I guess that's how you say it. And they're vastly outnumbering the Afghanis there. Yep, guys, China is on the offensive. It looks like Afghanistan may just be taken over by China. I wonder what will happen regarding this one US military camp here. China won't want it to stay there. I wonder what's going to happen.
The investigation on the ground into the attack and the information that is feeding back from our different networks leads us to the conclusion that this terrorist organization...
Okay, well, someone was murdered by the Russian mafia. They are officially becoming a problem. Huh. Well, there's not much I can do except keep boosting my spending, I guess. But it's getting pretty expensive to do so. What if I do this? This is cheap. I'm gonna get my agents on the national territory up to 1,500 for now. That's a good increase. This does increase your effectiveness at preventing terrorist attacks as well. Fun fact. Oh, guys, it's gone even further. It's not just Abbottabad that China's in and overwhelming the Afghanis. It's also Jalalabad, and it's also Kabul, the capital. They've gone on one major string of offensives in this little line reaching out towards the capital of Afghanistan and including it. And in fact, we can see Afghanistan troops over here dying. There's massive fighting. The city has taken damage. Oh man, and it's all... Whoa, I don't even know what to say about that. We got a sporting victory. Wow, our country ranked number 2 in the World Athletics Championship in Eugene. That's like our first ever sporting win. Our first ever recurring popularity boost paying off from what we've done. We've also denationalized the fast food sector. All these cities are on fire. They're not going in peacefully. They must be using other weapons. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Afghanistan is going to become part of China. You know, in all of our playthroughs, we haven't actually seen a war that has seen a country of any note, or at all, I think, be taken over by an AI. Like when I played as China, the Koreas went to war, but nobody won. When I played as Brazil, the US invaded Venezuela, but the US did not take it over. They just kind of left after a while. They got bored or something. And now in this one, we're seeing, oh my god, even more offensives, guys. 2 more cities? 2 more cities under attack. China's on the offensive, and we might just for the first time again, in any of my playthroughs of Geopolitical Simulator that I've recorded, see a country get annexed by an AI. How disturbing that it is China, the superpower of the world that hates us the most. And the UN is just incapable of getting involved because China can just stop them. So China is just not able to be prevented from taking countries over if they want. And China doesn't like us. And if they're heading west, they're heading to us. I can only hope they don't try to go through Iran. If they don't, then it's not our problem. If we end up taking Iran, well, then it could be our problem. So while looking for ways to increase my popularity, I'm going to go max out the fight against doping in sports. That should give me something good, I think. I'm going to go back to education. And I'm going to max out the teaching of local languages, because that's also super fucking cheap. I'm going to go to currency, and I'm going to raise the interest rate to 3.5%, a small increase compared to the last ones, kind of, because the inflation is still going up slowly but steadily. We are about to hit the next year. When that happens, the inflation and growth will all calculate, and we will see probably a reduction in growth, I imagine, a reduction in inflation after that, and we'll be able to lower. I'm applying for the, let's see. Yes, I'm applying to be a permanent member of the UN again. Probably won't go through, but this time, when is it being voted on? Demands being evaluated. Is that already being voted for? I am not sure. Because I was going to meet with the US and see if I can get the US to kind of like stand up for me. I'll call for a meeting anyway, just in case. If not, I'll just give him something, and so that the meeting's not for nothing and he doesn't hate me. Alright, so we have the meeting with Trump here, and no, it's not an option yet. Sure. I can give him a coffee, compliment him, and let me put a base in the US. No? Yeah, that was a long shot. Well, I guess that's it. He shouldn't get mad because I did give him a coffee and stuff, and that is considered actually having a cause for the meeting. Interesting. Financial aid to political parties revealed. So this right here literally just means that you asked a rich person to fund your party. I'm surprised that no one has found that out about me yet. My Secret Service isn't the best. It should be easy to find out stuff like that about me. Going through the weekly economic calculations here. Let's speed it up and get those results in. And we can see everything's pretty stable here. The currency increase, actually, no, it has gone through. I don't think it's made a world of difference because of the size of it. But again, when we hit the next year, it should really see big adjustments. I really do want to get onto the permanent status of the United Nations, though, because I want to be able to just attack and veto like China's doing, because I can't seem to get permission to invade places. And, you know, if I can't get permission to invade places, at the very least, I could get the ability to veto any intervention against me, which would allow me to take Palestine, which has almost no military whatsoever, and then I can incorporate its rather sizable population into mine, and it's 2 more regions that I get to develop. The fact that it is 2 regions and I only have 1 is really kind of annoying. And look at this one, is like jam-packed with towns where you could build infrastructure, now that I think about it. I just got proof that Sudan is producing chemical weapons. They can't say no to this. They said no to nukes. They can't say no to this. Not that I should ever go attack Sudan anytime soon, but I'm not going to aim for that because I'm just going to test them. So let's provide proof against Sudan. It was insufficient? What do you mean insufficient? I have proof, do I not? He said that I have proof. Where's my proof? Sudan. Suspicions? You said proof. You lied to me. So the war in Afghanistan seems to have ended. I'm just taking a peek. It's gone. The Chinese are gone. They're not attacking anymore. Which means the war's ended. But Afghanistan's still one whole country. It doesn't show that it's a dependency of China, so they didn't puppet it. I don't know if the AI is capable of doing the type of peace option where you take control of a country kind of directly by controlling the leader rather than making it a dependency. Maybe they did that. I kind of doubt it. I'm not sure. But at the same time, what's more likely is that they actually just accepted war reparations from Afghanistan for peace, which would be a dumb AI thing to do, but also just really, really weird in general. Hey, look, we have a cash surplus. We got another informer in Palestine. Not that that means anything. We're not finding anything on them anyway. It's been over a year since, almost 2 years since I've done a Citizen Awareness of Cybersecurity Day, so I'm going to run another day of that just because we just suffered a cyber attack, so it's probably pretty smart to go ahead and do that. Let's see. We're getting the first weekly economic calculations after entering a new quarter. Yeah, as we can see, the inflation is still going up. Growth is still going up. It's fucking insane. I'm kind of really looking forward to this yearly calculation here coming up. I'm going to change the interest rate to 4%. Oh, man. Let me tell you, I'm not going any higher than 5% before I see what the new year is going to do to our stats, because the new year can completely fucking change things. Let's take a look at services. I haven't heard anything about this lately. No, it doesn't. It's at 39 out of 100, so maybe it's just waiting. But it's still not online by the looks of it, this new sector here. I'm going to go into farming, and I'm going to put some more money, I guess 2 more stars, into assistance for converting to organic farming to try to get our popularity up some more again. Haven't touched that in a little bit, I guess, now. And we got a big health bonus, environment, agriculture, 4.8% bonus, real nice, confidential. Italian mafia in Spain. Okay, Iran, that's an interesting choice. I want to start getting some of our industries running again, so I'm going to start by nationalizing biotechnology. As another appeal to my nation to try to gain some popularity, I'm just going to go ahead and take bike path and push the funding up to match road transport. Ecologists, environmentalists, that kind of jazz should like that. I would go all out, but I don't want to get any public finance hits. Well, I got a public finance hit anyway, but I did get some happiness, 3.1 net from environment and transport. I didn't think that would give me a public finance hit. It wasn't that. I've done more spending and not gotten a public finance hit. This guy suddenly loves me. He just called me the biggest threat to the environment not that long ago, just because I got rid of a 12-cent highway toll. But now he loves me, and I'm giving the environment a big breath of fresh air. Blah, blah, blah. He's fucking, look at this fucking hypocrite.
Ecological issues.
I have, yeah?
Even say that your position.
You're such a hypocrite piece of shit. Not really. The devs are just terrible at coding this game, I guess. And the United States discovered stem cells, reproduction, and the spinal cord, whatever the hell that means. So I found out that there's a bug on some of these industry screens. I've been misreading them. Well, no, I've been reading them right. The game's just been displaying them wrong. So here's natural gas. As you can see, after we've built so much production up, as much as we can realistically benefit from in the one region we have, our balance of trade is now in the positives. We're selling gas. And our sales price is going up, which is good. However, the entire time I've been looking at what the price is in the current year, and it's just been showing that it's in the negatives. It hasn't changed at all because it's bugged, and this isn't updating. This is updating, which makes me wonder if it's doing that for everything. Let's go to oil. Well, this is lower than this, and our consumption hasn't gone up drastically, so I'm going to guess that this is the correct one, and this is the wrong one. So, yay, 2020! I was told it fixed so many bugs, but I'm seeing more bugs than ever before. Oh my god, I wish they would fix the bugs in this game. I really wish they would fix the bugs in this game. You know how much fun this game would be if it had no bugs? You know how many people don't play this game because of how many bugs it has? At the very least, I wish they had retained the multiplayer from Rulers of Nations and Masters of the World in this game. I've played this game multiplayer, and while it's even buggier, it's way more fun. Also, I found out what OSED is, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It's just some big, worldwide fucking thing with 34 members, of which we are only one. It has a budget, very little efficiency, and they're super upsetty at me, probably because I've been nationalizing things, so hopefully they don't kick me out, because that's probably boosting my relations with a bunch of these people. But if you're going to get mad at me for getting my economy on track, through the very shitty economy mechanics that this game has. I mean, really, unless you do a whole bunch of subsidizing a sector that doesn't run properly, like you have to subsidize it, it will not get started. The easiest way is to simply temporarily nationalize it and add the workforce manually. But that makes you get kicked out of every trade and economic organization in the fucking game. So it's like, fuck devs, give me an easier way to do it, or stop punishing me for doing it the one way that you give me that actually works. So getting biotechnology, which just got nationalized, off the ground is going to be a semi-pricey endeavor, but we're going to attempt it. Look at this. Look at the trade balance over here just changed. It's doing it. No, it does it for everything. The 2020 edition, this does it for every industry. How do you break that? Oh my god. Who? Why? Why has everybody been telling me that this version has less bugs? Why? It does not have less bugs. I've encountered more bugs than any other playthrough by this point in the playthrough. The 2019 edition was far less buggy than this. The only thing I can hope, and cross my fingers, hope to God, is that unlike those playthroughs, this one will not encounter any completely game-breaking bugs like we encountered in the other ones, where in China it was just too many bugs stacking up in one, and in Brazil it was just the whole economic side of the game had bugged out and ceased to work at all. I hope to God at least that works properly, because this is so broken. Oh my good fucking god. Even the International Monetary Fund is concerned with my current policy. What do you have to do with my economy? You're the International Monetary Fund. Don't you just literally exist as a faucet for richer, quote-unquote, countries to pour money into, quote-unquote, poorer countries? Isn't that like the only reason you exist and everything that you exist to do? Speaking of pouring money to the poor, let's see, what can we do here real quick? Alright, so I'm going to max out integration of handicapped in the workplace, because I feel like that would make people like me, right? It doesn't cost crazy amount, 100 million, that's fine. Usually get away with that most of the time. Not last time we tried it. What the fuck did I do? Ultra Liberal Democratic League. Who the fucking shit are you? Ultra Liberal Democratic League. Policy of welfare dependency. So political parties. It's you. I can't click on you. No, it's you. Okay, so you're like one step more right than I am, I guess. Yeah, I guess the right, that makes sense. They would get upset by that. Well, so we failed to open the biotechnology sector. So that's going to take more manpower than we put in. Oh, it looks like it's fucking open, telling me it's not open. I guess we'll just put it up to 10. Doesn't cost a lot to add money to it, to add manpower to it. Oh, what is this? There's a plague. There's a plague in Syria. Listen, I am way too close to Syria. Oh, great. The plague's epicenter is right fucking next to me. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Syria. As a side note, if you wanted to see what the interest rate has been doing for my money, the dollar and its value compared to us has completely inverted. This probably has something to do with the actual dollar not doing too well by itself. But look at, I say, it could totally be intentional to lower the value of the dollar, because that would allow for better trading. Like if someone wanted to make the United States manufacture more and export more, the goal would to be to lower the value of the dollar. But it's taken a complete literal V-turn right there, as opposed to the euro, which is only leveling out. The euro is pretty stingy. The EU and all the interest rates it sets are very, very conservative. It's more about keeping the inflation rates as low as possible, no matter what it does to the value of the currency. But, you talk to the average person about a currency, they'll be like, oh, my currency's worth more than yours? Aha, aha, aha. That means your currency's doing so bad. My currency's better than yours. Yay. Euro, we're the best. Except the pound is worth more, which, of course, is a bad thing. That's actually part of why the UK wasn't allowed in the EU at first when it initially tried to join. because the value of its currency was too high. The UK intentionally devalued the pound to be allowed into the EU. And even after doing that, fucking de Gaulle in France said no to them. Just some little history for you. I'm going to do something that I don't know if people will like, but we're going to find out. The right-wingers should like it at least, but the right-wingers are the ones becoming upset with me, so that's why I want to try to appease them. I'm going to take the airline ticket tax, and I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just going to get rid of the airline ticket tax. It doesn't make me very much money. This will boost purchasing power. It will boost the amount of people that can afford to fly a plane, and the right-wingers should like it. Cross my fingers. This might just make the ecologists and everyone go on a fucking riot again. Okay, we got a boost. It's not telling me what the boost is from yet. Okay, so social and environment hated it, but air transport and purchasing power loved it. Oh, I want to find the ecologist. Does he just hate my guts again? No, he doesn't hate my guts again, but he sure doesn't like me as much. So we did come out positive for that. It might have been more effective to just lower it like 1% at a time, but I just wanted to get rid of that tax, honestly. I care a little bit more about the purchasing power of my people than min-maxing the popularity gains for what I'm doing. Hey guys, look at it. We're almost to 100% again, and then we can do something. Okay, now I've gotten proof that Sudan has purchased 2 nuclear missiles from Mozambique. So let me just confirm that before I do anything about it. Yes, we have proof. I have proof that he has purchased missiles. So let's, oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Let's provide proof that they're a threat. Sufficient for sanctions? Okay, let's try and get some sanctions. The Eurasian Economic Union has accepted Tajikistani membership. Well, I'm glad someone's getting accepted into stuff. My location in the world stops me from being accepted into anywhere. Something about El Salvador is going crazy. Nuclear accident in Japan. That doesn't sound very good. Indonesia had a volcano eruption. The Philippines had one of those earlier as well. Puerto Rican communist forces? What the fuck? Hey, we did it. The biotechnology sector is up and running again. That's awesome. There's just some more random crap I don't care about. Biotechnology sector. So that's going to be an industry. And we can go to that. And let's denationalize it. I'm trying to go slower here because I don't want to get kicked out of OSED. If I applied again, they'd probably accept me. World Trade Organization would probably accept me again too. Maybe I'll apply to it again after I'm done doing all this, but so long as they're going to kick me out repeatedly, there's just no point. It'll just be a popularity hit I don't want to take. This is still not fucking working, this diabetes vaccine thing. If this doesn't work at 100 manpower, I'm just going to go put it in minority shareholder and not even touch it until I know for a fact that I have the research that should theoretically require. It looks like I missed a star on video games. Let's fix that. How could I miss a star on video games while I'm playing a video game? Wow. Okay, guys, that airline ticket tax just gave me a boost to 100%. Probably some hidden value after that, for all I know. We finally made it. We made it to 100%. I don't even remember if we've ever been here before this entire playthrough. We finally did it. Oh my god, I can start actually destroying the country. I mean, we have a nice full episode here, so I'm gonna end this. And just take pleasure in what I've accomplished during this episode, I guess. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you on the next likely buggy episode.